Tom and Peter were best friends, spending an evening playing in the golden cornfields. The air was filled with laughter, the setting sun casting long shadows. But then, something caught their attention. A figure crawled out from the stalks, pale, human-like, but not quite right. Its movements were jerky, its hollow eyes dark and lifeless. Before they could react, the creature vanished into the corn. They laughed nervously, convincing themselves it was nothing. But as they continued walking, it happened again. This time the creature moved faster, standing upright as it stared at them. Terrified, they ran to Peter's house, slamming the door shut. Inside, they sat in silence, hearts racing, unable to shake what they had seen. Life moved on. Tom left the village to study abroad, and the boys rarely spoke of that night. But years later, Tom received a letter. Peter was gravely ill. Tom rushed back, but nothing could prepare him for what he saw. Peter lay in bed, his body pale and distorted, his eyes hollow, just like the creature from the cornfield. "Peter, what happened to you?" Perta's voice was barely a whisper. "It followed me. I thought it was gone, but it never left." "What do you mean? That thing, it was real?" Tom asked, his voice shaking. Peter's gaze locked onto Tom's, and the hollow sockets seemed to see right through him. "It's not just in the cornfield. It's everywhere now." A chill ran down Tom's spine as he felt a familiar presence. The air grew cold, and the shadows in the corner of the room seemed to stretch and move. And then he saw it, standing in the doorway, its hollow eyes staring back at him. No one in the village knows exactly what happened that night. Tom disappeared after his visit to Peter's house, and Peter succumbed to his illness shortly after. The cornfield remains quiet, its secrets buried beneath the stalks,